What's up guys, Captain Milo back with another Borderlands 4 video now. I just want to start this video off of saying that it is okay to criticize something you love. Everything I am about to say does not impact my thoughts about the game, or that I think it's bad, or that it's, the worst thing ever. This is just coming from my place, and me basically stating what I think I would like to see in the game to fix some of the more annoying stuff, or to just enhance the game to be better than what it already is. The first thing that I really need to get off my mind, because it's really been bothering me since launch, is the performance and just that entire fiasco. So for those that don't know, basically at the start of this game's life cycle it had performance issues. Don't mind my doggo barking in the background. It had performance issues. Coming from then, it was really frustrating, and we voiced it, we were saying, hey, this is what's going on, like, is it going to be fixed? It's really frustrating to actually play in this current state. And basically Randy came out and told us to shut up, like, we're poor, basically. Is kind of what I took out of what he was trying to tell us. We're poor, shut up, like, it's a game for high-end class gamers and not your budget PCs, and you need to be playing at NASA. Well, I play on console and it is still buggy and sometimes unplayable. Now I haven't had any of the big performance issues, my game doesn't crash as much. It still crashes, but not compared to what I've heard other people. One of my friends tried to load up the game and crashed on the loading screen. He then beat the introduction, crashed. So it's got problems. And I am sick of tired of people acting like everything needs to be perfect and things don't have problems. This is where it really needs to be fixed. My shift account does not work. I tried to get the Halloween event skin because I really wanted the head, because I like Halloween, pumpkin themed stuff. And I thought the head looked pretty cool. I really wanted it. My Steam, or not my Steam, my shift account would not work. It kept telling me that, hey, it's not set up, you need to set it up properly. I spent more than 4 hours trying to set up my shift account so I could get the skin. I did it on my PlayStation, didn't work here. I then went on my phone, tried to figure it out, and basically all I was told is, hey, your shift account needs to be linked. I went to link it, still did not work. And that was really frustrating, so now I've missed out on one of the best head skins in the game because, I don't know, lazy, I guess. Them not acting accordingly and fixing the stuff that needs to be fixed. Again, I don't know. And this isn't coming from a place of hate or aggression. It's just something that needs to be fixed. And that's with any game. Not everything's perfect or where it comes from at this point. But yeah, I just want Randy to be quiet. It is so frustrating trying to ask my friends, being like, hey, let's get involved in this, and then they go online and they see the head developer being like, oh, just get a better PC, just do better, stop being poor. It is really hard to get people into a game when the attitude of the main developer is exactly that. And coming in on number 2, and something I thought was really important, and this has just been my through my phosphating grind that I've been trying to do and getting my video out on that, between grinding loot in general. And this is for number 2, improve loot or spreading out of the loot. And where this really comes frustrating is when you realize that, hey, I'm farming a phosphine, but the boss has 3 drops minimum. And at first you may be like, oh, well, 3 drops a boss isn't bad. There are some bosses in this game that do not have a loot source. And then there are bosses that have 4. Just for example, when I was farming my Chaosin, the boss had a grenade, the launcher, I don't remember its name off by heart. It has the what's for dinner, the shield, and then it has a class mod. Now that may not seem bad, oh, and the Chaosin, obviously, when I was farming the phosphine for the Chaosin. But that may not seem bad in your head. You'd be like, oh, it's got one class mod, one of this. This is until you realize that a class mod can actually eat your drops, and it's not for like one character, like it only drops on the character you're playing in that set. It drops for every character. So that class mod that dropped for, I don't know, the Siren, and you're playing Harlow that you can't use, and you're like, oh, well, that's just money. Like, it's a money drop now. And that could have been your Phosphine or your Chaosin. And this is where, like, the frustration comes for all of us players. Where we're coming from, we're like, hey, spread the loot out. There are named bosses in the world that don't have, like, a dedicated source. Or a loot spot, technically. But yeah, there's 3 drops. Like, there's 3 drops here. All 3 of them can roll Phosphine. It is the Phantom Flame, the Scraping Prince, and the Stray. It's like 3 guns. Which is going to get really infuriating when you're trying to farm the Phosphine, or trying to farm 1 Phosphine, but you got 2 other drops eating up, like, your normal drops. And I'm not going to do it. There will be people in the community that will do it if you're really interested. I'm hoping that somebody will eventually, but there'll be people that'll go around and like find all the named bosses that don't have a loot source, and we could try and spread that out as a community and think, hey, this weapon would be good here, that weapon would be good there. And that's basically it. Like, that's just my frustration with the loot grind at the moment. Especially someone that wants all 69 nice of the Phosphine weapons, but I've got to farm. Number 3, basic life improvements. I could have made, like, what I'm about to say in the basic life improvements segment, like, all sort of slots of their own, be like, oh yep, number 9, this one, number 10, that one, number 30, and get a longer video. I'm just going to group it into, like, one section, and call this section, like, the basic life improvements. And this is just, like, the little things that would actually make the game feel better. For example, and I'm just going to start here because this is the easiest solution that I can come up with. At the moment, for every character on every boss, alright, so say I want to get to Horus. For whatever reason, maybe it's the Phosphine that week. I've got to travel here and then grind all the way through, or drive all the way through here, run, whatever, clear out here, and then get into it to farm the Phosphine. That is frustrating, and yeah, it may not seem bad from here. But now you look at this one, and that's all the way from there, all the way from there. It's taking up too much space. If I want to farm Splash Zone, I got to spawn in on from here, or I spawn in from here and I glide over to the farm. It's infuriating when you realize, hey, I've explored the map on one other character. I've farmed the things on my other character, but now I've got to go unlock it here. The easy solution that I can come up with is just place a fast travel on the bosses. Take away the actual, like, running there. If I've beat the boss and I've farmed the boss, I honestly reckon there should be a fast travel, or something that pops up next to Splash Zone. I can travel there, start farming. Or, you know, that's just with every boss now. Especially in the vaults, once I've beaten the vaults and I get in there and I literally just want to go to the vault, farm what I'm looking for and get out, there should be a teleportation to the vaults. Same with over here. So like every boss, straight off the bat, once you beat them, you farmed them up a little bit, you get the fast travel to that boss so you never have to drive there again. It's going to speed up farming, it's going to speed up the game, and it's just going to basically improve the game better. Another basic life improvement that I'd like to see, if you've beaten the game on one character and you want to start all over again and you choose the level 30 skip, you spawn in down here. None of the map is unlocked, none of the bosses are discovered, none of the SDUs, or you get a few points of the SDUs to use actually, I take that back. That is my fault on that one. But basically you get, I think it's like 5. You can choose 5 things of SDUs to use. That should just not be the case. if you select the level 30 skip, it should open up the map. You should get all the map, all the SDUs, and basically ready to go to level up. Go find your XP farm, go do something. And that's just the infuriating part. It's why it's actually taken so long to actually, like, just make characters. It was annoying when I started my Harlow and I was running through the game and I had to unlock everything all over again. I had to go visit the drill sites that I've already visited. I had to go and unlock places that I've already unlocked. I've had to do all this all over again. And it's not bad the first time, it's actually fun. I rather enjoyed it when I was playing my Amon and exploring the world, unlocking stuff, doing the drill sites all over again, finding out where they were, and exploring the map. On my first time. And then I realised, holy fuck, I've got to do this on every other character. 3 other characters I've got to open up this world and go and farm and do everything. And it's just not fun. It's fun the first time, it's not fun the second time. So in a way to fix that is, yep, you do your first character, you go through the content because it's most likely where you're going to first do it, is first opening up that character. You beat it, you beat everything, and then you go, oh, I want to try a Harlow. And then you go, oh, I really don't want to play the campaign or do this all again. Alright, level 30 skip, map's unlocked, everything's unlocked, it's just given to you. Now it tells you, hey, go get level 50. Go get level 50. You've got all this map to unlock level 50. You've got everything to go do. Like, go unlock it, go do it. Hit level 50, gear up. This will come in with other, like, little fixes and all that I do plan on further down the list. But that is map. That is that one. Now, something that else would be a life improvement is just skippable dialogue. I'm sorry, but at the moment, and where I am with the game, on where I am at this point in stage, I don't want to play the story and hear it all over again. Yes, the story's good the first time. It's even good the second time. I gave it a listen the second time. I don't want to run through it on my 3rd, 4th character, my 5th, you know, so on and so on. I've played so much Borderlands 2 over the years that, like, even in Borderlands 2, it was my thing there. Like, why could we not skip dialogue? Why could we not skip it? Cutscenes. It was the same in Borderlands 3, where you just stood there and the community got sick and tired of hearing Lilith or standing around and doing nothing. So just add that. It will fix it. We'll want to play if we want to play through the story. If not, we've got the level 30 skip there. That helps with that as well. Alright, and that comes in, what, that was number 4. This one's a huge one, in my opinion, and one I'm going to really go down into more. And that is content. I want more vaults, I want more takedowns, I want more D2 stuff, dungeons, like, order bunkers. Now let me get into this, 'cause this will probably be my longest segment, as I've already seen, but, oh well, shit happens. What I mean by, like, so Borderlands 3 had the takedowns. They were so fun and they were, like, basically a part of the end game of Borderlands 3. It was hard. You would go in there with your Vault Hunter. At the start, it was basically just set to, like, 4 people. So it was easier with your 4 people. But towards the end, they added, like, the 1-person one where you could go in and be like, oh, I'm playing as 1 player. And then they added, like, you could select 4 if you had a 4th and you wanted to play off a 4th. And that's how they did it in there. And it was fun. The Molly 1 takedown, I'm pretty sure was the first one. It was actually fun. I loved it, going through it, it was a challenge. And it was just, it's something, honestly, that would improve the replayability of Borderlands 4, is if I could sit there and I had an end goal being like, let me go into the takedowns now that I'm level 50 and I've got my gear and I've got what I wanted. Like, just everything like that. Now, what I meant when I said, like, D2 style dungeons, we have the Ripper drill sites, we have the, oh, what is it? 1 second. I need to actually look at it. Like the caves, hold on. The order bunkers. So like the order bunkers are really cool. And I actually enjoy doing them, so I play them on all of my accounts. I've gone through on my Harlow, I've gone through on my Amon, I have a Siren in the works that I'm leveling up. I'll get to it, like, yeah, it's a later thing. But yeah, like, they're really cool. Now what if we took and improved that and said, hey, let's introduce it to like the UVHM levels. So you can go in and say like you're on UVH1 and then Lilith is like, oh, well, go to track down this order bunker and you've got to select UVHM1 and run through it all over again. Alright, cool. So you go in, it introduces you to the first, like, room. Oh, cool, this is the first room, this is a vile enemy, and, like, this is what's going to be happening more. And then you clear that room, and then you get, bam, you get a mini-boss in that room. And you got to figure out how to take it down, and you're running around the site, and you figure out how to take it down, and you go into the second room. And again, the enemies get a little bit harder, and she's like, oh, we're stepping it up for UVHM1. And then you beat the boss, and then bam, you go into the third room where you face the end of the order bunker, and it's actually really hard. Like, he's got mechanics, you gotta learn how to do it, and you take it out. And then you unlock UVHM1. And then it continues out on until 5. You could even do it with Ripper Drill sites, where you're like, oh, okay, this Ripper Drill site's out of control, like, they've got some bigger bosses. You go in, you take out the bosses, then they've got, like, raid boss health, and then you upgrade to, like, UVHM2. This is all just coming out of my head, and it's all content that I want, like the melee 1 takedowns, the drill sites, the order bunkers. This is all content that we have in the game. And all it takes is like just a little click and a little fixing and being like, cool. As I said at the moment, I don't want to replay the missions to unlock UVHM. I really don't. It is frustrating. They have some of the worst mods ever. Some of them being like crit only, but then you're like, oh, I'm doing this sort of build, so I can't do crits as easy. Or you sit there and it's like, you're playing a shotgun build or a close range build, as I was in my Amon, but they've got all the singularities and you die instantly and over again because you just keep getting sucked in. It's awful to play. I don't like playing with mods or like stuff that affects my game. D2 did it alright, like with their mods and how things programmed in that, but that's Destiny 2. I don't want to come out here and people be like, oh well, you're just trying to make Borderlands into Destiny. I was a Borderlands fan first. I honestly think that Borderlands is the greatest looter shooter. It's better than Destiny, it's better than its competitors. But Destiny does some great things in on itself, and that's what I want to point out, being like, well, you can not copy them, but like you can take what they do and learn from it and put it into your game. Oh, they've got dungeons? Oh, well, we've got order bunkers. Let's like program some of the endgame around that and let them do the orders to get UVHM or, you know, whatever they do. I really want to like improve the UVHM levels, so I'm not sitting here on UVHM1 just to farm phosphines because I don't want to go do it. It is not fun, it is not a good design. But yeah, that is like my sort of take on that. Obviously I want raid bosses, just like ones in the world that I can go out, go do, not really care, not have to do anything, but then I want my takedowns. I want my takedowns just like I want my raid bosses, so I have something to go do. It's on its way there. I can see it happening. Will it be tomorrow or today? Probably not, but I can wait for that content to come out, especially if it's good. If it's good, oh my lord, I can't wait. 5. More buffs or improved quality loot. Look, there's no secret that not everything feels great. You find what works, and you're using that what works because it feels good to use, and some of the others don't. I'm not an idiot, I use a lot of stuff like it. At the moment I'm not using any other SMG because they feel terrible, this one feels great. especially in the mobbing, and however that goes. I don't want to see things nerfed and brought, like, down to the others level. I want to see it all buffed and brought up to where, like, some of the good stuff is. That's my opinion on that. Improved build diversity. This is number 6. The improved build diversity. Look, I've been using the same build on Harlow since I got to level 50 and it has not changed. I've been rocking infinite crit Harlow, and that is it. I want to see more. I want to see, like, the accelerator build good. They nerfed that recently, so I'm not even got an excuse to use that one. I wish 0 point was good. Maybe give it like an Amara effect where you don't need a Jacob's weapon, you could just bubble someone and then it, like, scatters all the bullets around, and it would be really cool. I haven't played, like, Vex very much to give my opinion on that build. I haven't played the... what's his name? I don't know, the other one very much. I've, like, exclusively played Harlow and Amon, but even Amon, I'm trying, like, this new Jolts build, like, build where he's, like, one punch Amon, and it's fun, but, like, there's not much to it, and that's the heartbreaking part. Like, oh, I'm sorry, there's some stuff to it, but, like, when the build's down, but yeah, when the build's down, it just feels horrible. Like, you're sitting there and you're not doing much. But when it's up, it's so good. You're running around, you're punching things, you're in the fight. It's really good. I'm trying to get a build out on that later, by the way, guys. But yeah, it genuinely feels fun to play. But again, when it doesn't, it doesn't. If they brought that up a little bit more, if they just gave it a little bit more buff, like, oh, you know, Amon now has more cooldown. That would be cool, and I would like to see that. I would like to see more builds than us just finding the one build and clinging to it until it evidently gets nerfed or brought down to the others levels and we're like, oh, it doesn't feel anywhere as good. More in-world activities / boss rushes. Oh, I was not paying attention. Shit. Whoops. But yeah, like, if I'm playing through on a new character, or if I'm doing a stream and I'm trying to play a new character or clear through, I want more, like, events going on. I don't want to sit around walking around in the world being like, oh, yep, I'm just trying to get to this destination. Make it fun, or, like, pinpoint the events. Oh, what is it? Make it very noticeable is what I'm trying to say. Like this, if I'm going into my map and exploring somewhere and that pops up, or, like, it diverts me and it's like, hey, there's a drill site here, and you can do this, and it's really cool. Like, just make it more involving in the world. The biggest thing I was scared of before Borderlands 4's release was being like, oh, it's open world. I hope it's not, like, just empty and point A to point B trying to do something. Now, is it that? Unfortunately to say at the moment, kind of. You know, you don't have the open world map. Oh, you have the open world map and you're progressing through it and you're trying to explore and you don't really have the map. So, like, you've got to run around and just find things on its own, and half the time when you're finding things on your own, it just does not feel good. It sucks to say, man, it just does not feel good. Like, you may run into one or two here or there, but then you're sitting there and you're like, oh, there's a world event. Okay, cool, when's my next one? And I don't know. When is the next one? That's it. I just want, like, more boss rush style, like, oh, here's an in-world activity, go do it, and you get rewarded big for it. Like, you could have this legendary that improves it. And yeah, that's that one. That's, like, most I've got to say. I just want more to do with the world. Number 8, and one of the most important ones, in my opinion anyways. Fix mod perks, so if you can break down... Alright, I'll get into that on myself instead of reading my crappy notes. What I'm trying to say in that one is, like, fix the mod perks. So, in this you have God Killer. It is annoying that I've got to go farm amplified stims or go farm the HUDs for them. And I've got that many, and I've got that many stored away just in case there's like an opportunity where I'm like, oh, I'm killing this boss. I don't really want like more bullet speed, I want more boss damage because this guy's a little bit tankier than the last one I was killing where I needed fire rate. But then I gotta go through, I've gotta find my loot, see where I've kept it, and be like, oh yep, that's there, take it out, go to the enhancement spot, change over the enhancement, and then it crushes it and gets rid of that one. So if I want to change it back after I kill that boss, well, I've got to then go do that again. Find where it is, find what it's doing, redo it over and over again. It is not fun to do. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's just not fun to do. The gameplay loop of it is horrible. So there, and where I'm going to put in my little 2 cents, is you should be able to spend your money to break it down, and then it is kept in like your little hub area. I forget the name of it right now, but there's like a place you can go to where you slot it in, and you can like put the take the enhancement off of one and put it into each other. There should be a function that I have that can be like a breakdown, and then it keeps that mod listed in my thing, so I don't have to go find the loot or keep the loot. I've already broken it down, and now it's just there, so I can sit there, pick it up, be like, sweet, I've got this on my shield now, or I've got these listed here, so now I can go and kill this boss a little bit easier. And that would just make it so much better. Now, let's talk about the big one. The big one that I really wanted to get into. Licensed parts of weapons. At the moment, I don't care what anyone says, if it is not Jacob's, a licensed part feels terrible. Like the Ripper licensed part, outside of like, I've got one here. I've got a Ripper's license part on my TKs, and it's actually pretty good. It makes it automatic, and like, it does funny things. I'll show it later on in a build, maybe, in a video. But it does funny things, but outside of that, man, like, I guess Torg is funny and like, okay, and you can sit there and be like, oh, it does funny hee hee ha ha things. But it's just not good, I'm sorry. It's not. I do not enjoy Torg like weapons. I do not enjoy like having to run around and being like, oh, I'm sticking up this guy, and then I gotta reload and it all explodes at once. I just don't like Torg being sticky at all. I can make a video on that on its own, like ranting about it. It's just not fun. And then same with like the COV and all that, it's just terrible. The TDL license part at the moment is like, I don't even notice it when it's on guns, to be honest. I forget, I'll reload my weapon and I'll throw it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, it's got a TDL license part. Okay, moving on. Not like out of this segment, but that's what I meant with the TDL license part. Same with Maliwan, like, I really could not care about Maliwan, like, license parts or weapons. It does nothing for me. Compared to Jacob's, where I can sit here and mow down this enemy and I've got bullets ricocheting over here, and then I've got like a perk status popping over there because I've got the bullets from here travelling all the way over there. Jacob's is just in such a good spot at the moment that I don't care about anything else. If my bullets aren't ricocheting and helping me like mob quicker, then I could not care. Now, how do we fix this? Again, I don't want to see Jacob's nerfed and it be terrible like the others, and me be like, oh well, I just got Jacob's nerfed and now it feels horrible, and the license parts feel horrible. Let's buff the other ones up. For example, Maliwan. Maliwan in Borderlands 1 used to be the thing. You would sit there, and if you got a Hellfire, oh man, in Borderlands 1, if you got a Hellfire, it was game over. Same with the, I'm forgetting the pistol's name, but it was a pistol and you could get it with corrosive and it like had big dot damage. Let's take it to like the Maliwan license part does that. It gives you like a 30% increased dot damage. And now instead of running around and doing like next to nothing in you, like basically it's just increase, You've got shock on your weapon? You do a bit more to shields now. Oh, you've got corrosive? You do a little bit more damage to robots now. Let's buff that. Let's bring back old Melee 1. Let's make the Melee 1 license part a 30% increase on dot, status effect, and damage. And then it's gonna feel great again. Cool. And it's gonna feel great again. Like, imagine you got a Melee 1 dot and you're sitting there and you're like, yes. But then you got it with like a Jacob's license part, so now you're just firing through the battlefield and everything's like ablazed and it's killing and it's going on and it's so good. That could be what you can do with the Melee 1 license part. At the moment, it doesn't do that. Again, I don't care for it. Like, it's just nothing to me. For TDL, let's just up its damage. Like, I understand they're scared because of what happened in Borderlands 3 with TDL, where, like, for the longest time, it was just TDL chucking everywhere. That was the meta. Like, you get a TDL weapon and you just don't even shoot the gun, basically. You shoot it once and you throw it. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, yep, cool. Again, who cares if it's broken? It's Borderlands after all. Like, it's not like I'm taking it into PvP and gonna break the meta. Let's buff that. For the COV, I don't really care about COV. It's in an alright place. Maybe take away the charge. Cause like Vladoff does the underbarrel stuff, and Vladoff is obviously another really good perk. I forgot about that. But yeah, Vladoff is another really good part with the underbarrel license part, so I don't really care too much about it. Just buff the COV like charge rate or make it automatic. I don't want to sit there and wait for my gun to charge up, to be honest with you. But that's all I've got to say. Like, bring the other license parts up from where Jacobs is, and that is the main takeaway from that. I don't want Jacobs nerfed, like, at all. Please do not nerf it. Where are we up to? Oh, that was two different ones. Yep, break down the enhancements, destroying your gear, but you keep the perk in your machine, yep. Improved other manufactured license, up to Jacobs, yep. Oh, this is a big one. Improve multiplayer experience. Again, this is going to come in with like some of the like improved life. But like, man, I've got no excuse or no reason at the moment to actually be asking my friends to play. I can farm quicker on my own. I don't really need anyone sitting here being like holding my hand at the moment. I can't hit up my mates being like, hey, get on, let's do some farming. So it's going to speed things up. I understand that like I can sit here and do this drill site and like say your bro's horse is playing with me and I can turn around to him and be like, okay, well there's a boss over here, like go kill the like big drill hole, like go over to that drill hole and we can farm 2 drill holes at the same time and get the phosphine. Again, with the way the Moxie Uncommon works at the moment, it is only worth farming phosphines if you're already got that week's one out of the Moxie enchantment, or if you're doing the Moxie enchantment. Now, how we can do this, and I watched K6's video and he made a very great point that I want to bring into this one. Increase the Moxie's Encore, like Iridium farm, to 5. Like more than 1, because at the moment I do the farm, it eats up my Iridium, I get the phosphines, and I get out. That is it. But if we introduced it to 5, I could hit like your bro horse up, or get like 4 of my friends in with me, and sit there and be like, alright guys, I'm gonna hit this drill site up, you can hit that bunker boss up, you can hit this normal boss up, and then you can go and hit that boss up, and then we've got 4 people efficiently farming phosphines, and it's like a big event because hey, us 4 are all achieving something. At the moment, I just don't find the need to play with friends. It just makes my game not harder, but like it's laggier. Again, that comes in with the like balancing and life improvements, or not life improvements, but balancing. It's like my game is harder, but I'm also like lagging a whole lot, and that's not fun. I don't want to be lagging at all when playing with my friends. Crashing happens a lot more, and then for some reason my game actually gets like very freeze framey when I'm playing with friends, especially if we're farming like a ton. If we're farming a ton, it's even worse, man. Like it just gets so freeze framey. Oh, nice. And it's just a horrible time. I could not care for it. But yeah, I just want to go over like some points just in case like I skipped over a big idea in my head. When I'm talking about like I lost that it was in my head. Oh, when I'm talking about more content, I mean like what Killer 6 said with the Moxie's big encore and like the big encore purchase, like with the Iridium. I want to see more of that in. Because I want to be farming more. Like, once I'm done with this boss this week, I don't really care until the next, like, one moves on and I can go and farm more of my, like, guns that I'm after, really. And again, this is going to, like, come in with, like, playing with my friends and all that. If there's more than one, and more than one drill sub with that on, I can ask my friends, being like, hey man, you want to join up and make this farm quicker? And I can be in this drill site farming this one, and then we can swap over after a while, and I'll farm that one and see if I got a phosphine, or if you got a phosphine, we can switch. This is just like, not only like solo improvement, like I will have more to do in the game that isn't like, oh just add raid bosses, just add this, or add that. Like, instead of adding stuff, I'm trying to give them stuff to improve the game that they already have, and this is something they could do. You know, if I wake up next week's like big patch and they're like, hey, we've done more now, like you guys have got this, you've got 3. Maybe it's not 5 straight away, but maybe it's 3, and they sit there and they're like, oh, you've got 3 encore bosses to actually go and farm phosphines from now efficiently. Cool. And now I want to get my friends in again. This is like going to the extent of like, let's get the community more involved. On top of that, outside of like community involvement in that sense, I've already made a video on it, so I'm not going too far into a rant on that, but like, the Halloween event, man, was tragic. It was awful. It was not good whatsoever, so let's improve those and do better for next time. But yeah guys, that's my 10 like big improvements, or what I want to see in the game or come to the game to improve the overall quality. And again, I'm a huge Borderlands fan. I've been playing this game since 2009 in Borderlands 1. It's the first game that I ever fell in love with, and I still love this game to this day. It is so good, and I don't want to see it be bad. And that's why I'm making this video, is like giving out ideas or working on it. It's a great game. And these aren't things that need to happen or like they need to do straight away. These could be life improvements, but something needs to happen. The player base has also shrunk a lot since like what it was early this year in September when it launched. But yeah guys, that's going to wrap up the video. This is sort of a longer one. I didn't really write like a script to it, I just put down dot points. I sort of like just yambling, or like going around and doing my own thing. I don't like scripting videos, to be honest with you, mainly because I'm lazy. But on top of that, I just like talking to you guys. I like putting out my ideas and you guys being like, oh yeah, that's really cool, or like, nah, I don't think that would work. But if you guys think of anything that could improve it, hey, do me a favor, drop a comment, we can talk about it. Or if you disagree, let me know why you disagree, or why you don't want something I said in the game, because maybe it'll ruin it for you or something. If you've made it this far into the video, do me a favor, leave a like. Let me know that you liked this style of video. And I hope the rest of you guys have a great day.